Imagine creating a calculator, a game, or even an ATM machine. One thing all these programs have in common is that they need information from the user. But how does a C++ program actually receive that information? Do you know that? That's exactly what you will learn today. We will make our programs interactive using cin, display output with cout, understand escape sequences, master operations, and learn how C++ evaluates expressions. Hello everyone, I am Shivansh Verma and welcome to ShivCore. As we say, master the core, build the future. So, input operators and expressions. As we have learned from episode 1 and episode 2, till now we have known variables, identifiers, we have used cout, we have used conditional out statements like if else, nested if else, and switch cases, and many much more. So now in episode 3, we will make your programs interactive. We will learn input, we will learn operators, and we will build interactive programs. So, golden question for today. Every program we have written so far prints predefined values. The question is, how can the computer ask the user for information? ATM asks user to enter PIN. Instagram asks user to enter username. Calculator requires user to enter numbers. And for login you have to enter password. So for every interactive software you have to take input. And that's where we will come to cin statement. These are some real life examples like ATM requires calculator and calculator requires user input. Instagram username requires and many weather app requires city name server, which should all be given by user. The software first listen and then it responds. So then the question need of input is simply solved. With input you have to type. When it's asked what is your name, for me I will say my name is Shivansh, and then it will work. So this is the need of input. You have to give the input. The cin statement. What is cin? Cin reads input from the keyboard and stores it into a variable using the 2 times greater than operator. So how does it works? The program pauses, wait for the user to enter, and then stores the value. You simply raise a question. What does double greater than is means? It's the extraction operator which pulls data from the input stream into the variable. So why does cout display the entered value? Because cout reads what is stored in the variable and prints it on the screen. So this is the simple cin flow diagram where input is given from keyboard and it is given through cin statement, and the input is given to the variable, and then the value is stored in RAM, and then cout takes that value from RAM. RAM means storage, and then that cout is displays the output on monitor through terminal. So cin stores what the user types into a variable. Cout displays what is stored in that variable. Memory camera. How does input reach the computer's memory? Let's say example user types 18. Cin reads the data entered by the user. RAM stores the data as age is given by 18 as the input from the user. Cout gets that value to the screen and displays it to the monitor, and it gives 18. So here you can understand that when Cin is written, it means we are taking input from user, and when Cout is given, means the input is displayed in terminal. So it is like printing that value. That's it. Input is not stored inside Cin. Cin only transfers the user input into a variable stored in memory. That's important thing to remember. Simple program flow. What happens after you press enter? Let's say at the left side you can see this code. Hashtag include IOStream using namespace std. You know that. Int main and then int age, float marks, char grade. So this is the main line. Cin age marks grade. It simply means that take input from user. So when I say cout age and L, it means print value of age and then add this line. So here at the terminal you see age. When it was asked to me, I give these three as input and then I pressed enter. So when this cout is asked for age, then the output gives 18 as we have asked. Now the next line, cout marks and L, which means now we have to give the output for marks. So this is marks value printed in terminal, and the last grade, the same grade is printed here also. So simply this operator reads value one after another. So when I say change Cin A and B and C, it reads all in one line. You don't need to declare in all three and take three different lines. You can do in single line also, and also you can do in three lines also. It is not incorrect. But this is the valid way to make the code look cleaner, simpler and easier to understand. So first value, first variable, second value, second variable, as simple as this. And n line moves output to the next line, as you all know. So the order of input matters. Same thing is given here also. The first value is first variable, second is second, and so on. Suppose the value, predict what happens if we enter A95.518 instead for the input. So the thing is, when we enter A, it goes to int age. So for that it will take its ASCII value. Understand this. It's critical for MCQs. It will take its ASCII value for A. When we say 95.5 for float, it is same as before, so it will take it as it is. And for char grade, when 80 is written, it will simply store it as in string. That's it. So congratulations, you built your first interactive program. Conversation flow. Enter your name Rahul. Enter your age 18. Welcome Rahul. You are 18 years old. Your program is now interactive. So let's try this. Let's try all of this in our VS Code. So here is our screen. Firstly, I will write hashtag include IOStream using namespace standard int main at the last return 0. Yes. So now I will write int. I firstly will take name as input, so we will write string name and then int age. So firstly cout, we will ask user to enter your name. Understand? And now in name. Then again cout, we will ask this time to enter your age. And then I write in age. And now in terminal we will give output as name, and then I will write is my name, and it's important to write handle also because we will use next line also as cout. And here I will use age is my age, and then here it's not required, we can add here. And now when I run this code, you can see the code asks for my name. It won't finish until I give the name. So let's say I will write my name Shivansh. I will enter age 18. So Shivansh is my name, 18 is my age. For it to look a little better, we will add a space here. So now when I run it, so the words don't clash in between. Yeah. So hopping back to the PPT. So programs can ask questions, users provide inputs, and programs respond using that information. So congratulations, you have crossed one of the biggest milestones in programming. From this point onward, every project you build will rely on the same idea. Take input, process it, and produce meaningful output. Next. So some common mistake while taking input. It's very important. So you simply write in age, which is wrong. You should write seen and then 2 times greater than and then age, which is extraction operator, which should always use. Without it, it won't work. So here when you use wrong data type, here as written int name And when you take scene name, the name is not stored in integer, so it will give some another input, some another output, but it won't be working nicely. It won't work. Actually, it won't work because the name is a word, it's a letter, and then int is like for numbers, so they don't match. So here you have to use string for the name. So it's always important to choose a data type that matches the information you want to store. So reading input in wrong order. Firstly you take scene and then take age and marks, and then user enters 95. You understand, user is trying to enter marks first, but he has written age first. Either he write 18 first. So he have to check that order is correct. So here it makes age as 95 and marks as 18. So the order of values entered must match the order of variables. So forgetting to declare variable scene age, but we have not declared it. How you work it? How it will not work. It will give an error. So firstly declare that variable and then take input. A variable must exist before data can be stored inside it. So pro tip is that most input errors are not compiler problems, they are logic mistake made by programmers, and it improves by using and then doing more and more code. So practice before we move ahead. Predict the output. Int age, scene age, cout age. Let me raise it for you. Yeah, so user enters 25. What will be printed? I give you 10 seconds to think about it. So yes, int age is given, scene age, user enters 25, 25 is stored in age, then user asks for age, so the age will be printed and the output will be 25 here. Now challenge 2. Which variable gets what? Firstly return int age, then return float marks, and then scene age and marks, and this is input given by user. So you have to tell which value goes into each variable. Giving you again in 10 seconds. So yes, firstly age is as, so 18 will go to age, and then marks is given, then 95.5 is given to marks. Next, in the challenge 3 you have to find the mistake. This is the code. What is wrong with this line? How would you fix it? Tell. Again 10 seconds. So yes, here the user has directly asked for scene name, but he has not declared the name. And for you, let me remember, for the name you have to write string name and and then you can write this line below this. Understand it. Next, predict memory contents. Here the input is this, and what does each variable contain? You have to predict what is the type of variable age and what is the type of variable marks. So yes, here many of you will try, but you will won't understand because you have given a wrong answer. I will tell you why. Here age is given. Let's say age is 90. So for this int is used because age is not like 4.2, 90.2, 89.7. It is either 89 or it is 90. Simply we will say that. So here age is 90 and it is int. It is int. But for here 18, it goes to marks. You will say it is also int, and that's where the mistake is. The number marks will be float. Why? Because marks can be in point. You see in challenge 2, the marks is given 95.5. The marks can be in points. So it will be float. It won't be int. Golden rule for all of you. Programming is learned by thinking, not by watching. Think critically, and also do programs. More and more you do that, you will learn more and more. Arithmetic operators, very valuable, very important operators in C++. Plus is used for addition, minus is used for subtraction, asterisk is used for multiplication, division is used for average marks, and modulus is used for even or odd check. Modulus is also used for even or odd check. You have to remember it is also modulus. It works other than that also, but usually it is used that way. So let's say we have taken a variable int a as 20, int b as 5, and we have asked compiler to add both the variables a and b and line. So these will output 25. So now the second one, we have asked compiler to reduce b from a. It's a minus b. So the output will be 15. Next, here we have asked compiler to multiply a with b, and it will output as 100. Here we have asked to divide b by a. So it is like divide 20 by 4, divide 20 by 5, and it will output simply 4. And when we write a modulus 4 means give the remainder. So 20 is completely divided by 5. There is no remainder. So it will output as 0. Understand it? Very easy. So you can also see on the right side, these are also the output, explain to you how they have come. So operator performs calculation, produces result and stores the result and displays it. So did you notice the modulus operator returns the remainder, not the quotient. That's the thing to remember. It operates and returns the remainder. 10 modulus 3 is 1. So 1 is the remainder. 15 modulus 4. 12 is completely divided and 3 is the remainder. 8 modulus 2 completely 0, no remainder left. Simply in we will also do it in the next lecture. We will do even odd question. So we will say number modulus 2 is equal to 0, which simply means that if the number is divided by 2, so it is even, because every second number is even, or else it is odd. We will do that also. Every calculation in programming from games to AI start with these arithmetic operators. Next, assignment operators. Shortcut for updating values in memory. Let's say int score is equal to 50 and it is written score plus is equal to 10, which simply means score is equal to score value that score has before and add it with 10 more. So score was 50 before, 10 is added, forms 60. The same can you check here? Yes. Similarly, here it is like score minus 5. It was 60 before. Now 60 minus 5 comes to 55. Here. And then now score modulus is equal to 2, which means score is equal to score into 2. Score before was 55. 55 into 2, 110. So now it becomes 110. You can constantly check here. These are the output actually. So now score divided by is equal to 5, which means score is equal to score divided by 5. 110 it was before. When we divide by 5, it becomes 22. It becomes 22. Here you check it. And when score is modulus is equal to 3 means is score is equal to score modulus 3. And when it is 22, the nearest is 21 and 1 is remainder. So 1 is as remainder, you can check here also. And you can safely check that real life digital wallet, same things work. Your account values increases, decreases with this, and these are performed through online already. So this is also very important. It is very much used in programming. It's a main basic thing of assignment operators is very important. Assignment operators update existing values. They don't create new variables. And now next. And now relational operators in C++. These are the type of relational operators we have here. Do not confuse with them. This is greater than, this is less than, this is greater or equal, to, this is less than or equal to, this is equal to, and this is not equal to. Let's say for an example, 10 is greater than 5, true, this is the output. Let's say 5 is less than 2, 5 is not less than 2, simply false. 18 is greater than equal to 18. So here 18 is not greater than equal to, greater than 18, but 18 is equal to 18. So it will be true. 4 is less than equal to 1. No, 4 is not less than or either equal to 1. 20 is equal to 20. Yes, it is, and that's why it is true. 20 is not equal to 18, and that's why it is true. Here you can see also on this int age 18, age is greater than age 16. So 18 is greater than 16. So output will be true. 18 is equal to 18. Yes, it is also true. And 18 is not equal to 20. This is also true. Understand like this: age greater than equal to 18, variable, and this. Marks is greater than equal to 40. Password is equal to saved. And then ATM में balance is greater than withdrawal. It should be like that. Yes. Beginner mistake is that we use single equal to, and it is used for declaration. For comparison, we will have to use double equal to. Important, very very important. It checks equality. This is the output of this code. All three are true. Golden rule: relational operators never change data, they only compare data. Logical operators: and or not. Simply double and, double or, and single not. These are the sign for it. This is 2 times and, this is 2 times vertical bar, and this is single time exclamation for and or and not. Firstly, let's see and. All condition must be true is the thing for it. Example, exam hall entry. It is only allowed when a user is registered and he has paid the fee. Then only he is allowed inside. Simply for the truth table, when both conditions are true, then only it is true. When single is true, other is not true, it is false. Same again. And when both are false also, it is false that time also. See this code: if age is greater than equal to 18 and has license, then only the person can drive. Not a single thing can make him drive. So in real world, login plus OTP, age plus license, scholarship, these are all where AND operator is used to make it work. So let's say example, age is equal to 20 and the person has license. So age is greater than 18, yes, that is true, and it has license, then that is also true. So both are true, output true, and he can drive. So next it's OR. Any one condition is any one condition is enough. So let's say it's we see for movie discount. Either the person is student or the person is senior. He will get the discount. So let's see the truth table. Both are true, then it is true already. If either of them are true, then also it is true. But if not even a single one is true, then it is false. Because one has to become true. Let's see this code. If is student or is senior, then only print discount applied, discount given. So real world examples like coupon or points, student or staff, mobile or email, these are examples where or is used in the coding to make it work. So yes, now we move on to next one, that is not. It reverses the result. If the person is logged in and it is true, then it is gives the output as not logged in and makes the output false. Simple truth table, not true is false and not false is true. If the person is not logged in, see out, please log in, and gives this output to user. So real world applications like not verified, not logged in, file not found is where not operator is used. These things are used everywhere in banking apps, online shopping, college portals, AI systems, everywhere. We will study if statements later. For now, notice how and combines conditions. So we have done if condition and using and here. So the next episode we will use these conditions and make coding questions. Golden insight for all of you. Relational operators ask one question. Logical operators combines multiple questions into one intelligent decision. Next, bitwise operators. Simple and, single vertical line as OR, simple this button as XOR, this as bitwise NOT, this as left shift, this as right shift. So in this both bits must be 1. At least one bit is 1. Different bit becomes 1. Flips every bit because it is bitwise NOT. And left shift moves bits to the left and right shift moves bits to the right. If you know the bit system, they like it is like starts from 0 0 0 0 and here it is value of 0 only. So 1 is like 000 1, and similarly it is like 0, it is like here 1 2 4 8. So 8 is like 1 0 0 0. So here 5 is 0 1 0 1, like 4 and 1 to make it 5. So using AND operator, here see out A and B. So 0 1 0 1 is 5 and 3 is 0 0 1 1. So it gives the output 1 as both has 1 in there. And for A vertical line B, we say it like 5 or 3. So it gives the output as 7. Some real world applications for this are image processing, data compression, encryption, and embedded systems. Don't worry if bitwise operators feel difficult, it usually will, and we will revisit them in an advanced episode after you have built strong programming foundations. Next, some special operators. This is very important. Ternary operator, very much used. This is sizo, this is comma, this is and, this is asterisk. So powerful tools behind arithmetic and logical building, and builds familiarity today to master them tomorrow. Size of int, like it gives the size of how many bytes that variable that like int is. So here it gives 4 bytes. If it would have asked for float is also 4 bytes, then it can give 4 bytes. Returns memory size of a data type of a variable. Ternary is short form of if else in one line. It reduces lines of code and it makes code very simpler if you understand it nicely. Comma evaluates multiple expression, uncommon in modern C++. Like a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10, and comma is used in between. Address of single and is used as address and is used in pointers. We will understand pointers very nicely in the upcoming episode. Do not try to leave this series. We will understand everything very nicely. So and age returns the memory address of a variable. So difference. Star PTR, it means the value at address. It is connected to pointers. We will understand this also later. For now, understand it accesses value stored at a memory address. So your learning roadmap today: introduction, further episodes, and then pointers, dynamic memory, and then advanced CSS, advanced C++, and then you will excel everything for C++. You don't have to see anywhere and you can do very nicely questions. Good insight. Today's goal isn't to master every operator. It's to know that these powerful tools exist. You will learn each one when the right time comes. Game engines, operating systems, browsers, databases, AI frameworks are all examples of it. Operator precedence and associativity, like how to calculate the quotient, how to calculate the expression. So always remember it goes from left to right. So here you can also understand it goes from left to right. This is very important. Precedence ladder. The highest priority is given to bracket, then it is given to double plus, double minus or not, then given to star, which is multiplication, slash, which is divide, and percentage, which is modulus, plus minus is the next, less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to gets the next priority, double equal to, not equal to gets the next priority, double and gets next, double or, and then equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to gets the last priority. So very important to understand. So in this, plus is written here. You can understand in this expression, plus is written here as fourth highest priority, fourth one to get the highest, and multiply, whereas it gets on to the third highest priority. So firstly the code will evaluate 3 into 4, which is 12, and then add 2 with 12 and gives 2 plus 12 14 as output, but it first multiplicates. Most operators, arithmetical, relational, logical, use left to right associativity. But right to left is also used when assignment operator evaluates, because it evaluates from right. Like 10, firstly we will go to 10 and then see 10 is equal to C. Then we will see C is equal to B and B is equal to A. See the memory camera of that question. Int result 2 plus 3 into 4. First step 3 into 4 12. Second step 2 plus 12 14. Third step result is equal to 14 and gets that as output. So where precedence matters? It matters everywhere. Whether it is price calculation, physics formulas, game score computation or anything. Golden insight for all of you is that precedence decides which operator runs first. Associativity decides the direction where operators have the same priority. So practice and give and predict the output. Programming is learned by thinking, not by watching, as I have said. And predict the output for the first challenge, giving you 15 seconds for this. So yes, int age, C in age, C out age, user enters 25. So simply the output will be age and gives the output as 25. Challenge number 2. Int age, float marks. C in age marks, and this is the input given by user. You have to tell which values goes into each variable. So yes, 18 goes to the first one, which is age, and 95 goes to 90 marks, which is the second one. Now on the challenge 3, what is wrong with this statement? Simply the name is not evaluated as said. You have to use the name here. Firstly write string name and then do that. Challenge number 4, predict memory content. Scene age marks. This is the input. What are the memory content for each variable? So here age is first, 90 goes to age, and marks goes to 18 goes to marks. For this you have must think first and then run the program, and that will make you understand it more. Thinking process of these questions are: read, identify operators, apply precedence, evaluate, predict, run and compare. Golden rule: never depend on guessing. Train yourself to predict the output before running the code, and that excels you. Increment and decrement operators. Increment and decrement operators. Double plus or double minus simply increases or decreases a variable by 1. Simply count is 5. When you say count plus plus, count increases by 1 and it gives 6. Similarly, when you say count minus minus, it decreases by 1 and it gives 5 again. See this code, it doing the same work. Real life analogies: increment, like social media followers. Followers were 100 before a new follower came and they become 101. Increment increases a value by 1 always. Warehouse inventory: boxes were 20, one box sold, it becomes 90, and this is an example of decrement. Loop: common uses are loop counters, visitor counts, inventory systems, game scores. Golden insight for you is that double plus double minus don't create new variables. They update the existing value stored in memory. So in the next slide you will discover one of the most confusing topic for beginners, which is prefix, which is double plus, double a, prefix and postfix, which is very confusing for sometimes, but I will explain very nicely to you. Prefix double plus a, postfix is a and then double plus. Prefix means increment first and then use. Simply see, double plus is before, to firstly increment the value and then use a. The order is from left to right. For postfix, use first, which is a is used first and then its value is incremented. Let's say int a is equal to 5, double plus a. Firstly value is increased, so it is 6 and then stored a to a, and when you print a it gives 6. Whereas here int a is equal to 5, you say a plus plus. Firstly 5 is given as output and then value of a becomes 6. So the difference between outputs is that before it was 6 and here it is 5. So this is their differences. In comparison, increment is done first in prefix and use is done in first postfix. Prefix increments, then prints and gives the output, and the final value becomes the same as output. But for postfix, it uses first then increment, which means it gives output and then the output is increased by 1 and gives the next value as final value. Golden insight, both operators increase the variable by 1. The only difference is what the updated value is used. When is the value is used? Common beginner mistake is cout a plus plus and cout plus plus a leave the same final value in memory but produce different outputs. This is the mistake beginners make. It always give the same value in the memory. See, the final value here is also 6. Final value here is also 6. It's just that when it's accessed at that time, what is the value of it. Next, why do we need typecasting? Because different data types can't always work together perfectly. See the problem here. Int marks is 95. Students are 2. Cout marks divided by 2. And it gives the output as 47. Where did the 0.5 go? Because here you can see 95 is there. So output should be 47.5. But it's just 47. Why that happens? Because integer stores whole numbers only. Decimals value are discarding during integer division and precision may be lost without warning. So sometimes we need to convert one type to another. So here when int is declared, calculation is done and decimal result is stored in int, then the precision of it is lost. So where decimal matters? When marks is calculating, when you calculate BMIs, when scientific measurements are done, when currency conversion is done. So computers don't guess decimal values. They strictly follow the data type of the calculation. So the curiosity comes, can we tell the compiler to treat an integer like a decimal? Yes, and that's exactly what typecasting does. So first one, implicit typecasting, also implicit type conversion. The compiler automatically converts type when it determines it is safe. See here, int number is 10, float now value is number. When value is done, so it automatically goes there and gives the output 10 because value is here and value is taking the value, its value from number, which is 10. So it automatically compiler performs conversion and it is safe for smaller type and larger type. So it no extra code, no cast needed, and occurs frequently in expressions. So see, 10 is the output. So let's say a real life analogy. Rupees 10 note exchange into rupees 10 in a banking system. Value stays the same, only representation changes. For you, implicit conversion happens automatically when the compiler determines it is safe to preserve the value. And what if we want to force a conversion ourselves? And that's where explicit typecasting comes into the picture. Here it is. Now you can control how values are converted. The problem: int total marks 95 students to the value is 47 but expected is 47.5. The solution: we use this explicit, we make the output to be float where total marks is divided by student and then it is divided by 2. So the float is used with total marks, so total marks is converted into float. So this 95 converts to 95.0 and gives the output 47.5. Even without cast it was 47, but with cast it becomes 47.5. So precision preserved, because precision matters in student percentage marks, scientific calculation, financial software, as you know. So common mistakes like int 3.9 becomes 3. Typecasting does not round, it simply removes the fractional part, because 3.9 should round off to 4, but it becomes 3 because it just removed the fractional part, it doesn't round. So explicit typecasting let the programmer control how the compiler treats a value during a calculation. So next, what is an expression? An expression is simply something that produces a value. An expression is a combination of values, variable, operator and function calls that evaluates to a single result. Let's say arithmetic, 10 plus 5 results 15. Variable, age plus 2 depends on age but gives the age plus 2. So relational, marks greater than equal to 40. Either it is true or it is false. And A into B plus C depends on all the values of them. So expression is just nothing. It is just doing calculations in a single line. That's all. Nothing extra to understand. Real life analogy: ingredients plus recipe is final list. So ingredients plus recipe is considered as an expression. Similarly, variable plus operator is there, it gives the result. So variable plus operator is expression. Yes. So where expressions are used: assignment, conditions, loops, functions, calculations and output. So memory camera, when it says int total is equal to a plus b, result total is stored as a plus b here. If a piece of code produces a value, it is an expression. That's it. So let's say we have int result is equal to 5 plus 3 into 2 minus 4. So let's evaluate this expression. How the CPU solves the expression? 5 plus 3 into 2 minus 4. The highest priority is multiply. So firstly 5 plus 6 minus 4 it becomes. Then priority is given to addition 11 and minus 4, and then subtraction 7. And this is the result the console gives. Complex expression and operator precedence. Let's understand each of these expressions and why the precedence matters. Let's say first one, 8 plus 4 into 3. Firstly 4 into 3 will work. So 4 into 3 12 plus 8 becomes 20. Here 8 plus 4 into 3. Whether multiply is high or not, The round brackets have the highest priority. So firstly this will done 8 plus 4 is 12 into 3, which becomes 36. Next, 20 divided by 5 plus 3. Simply, firstly 20 divided by 5 is done. Why so? Because 20 divide has higher priority than 5 plus 20 divided by 5, 4 plus 6, 10. Simply 10. And the last one, 15 modulus 4 plus 2. So firstly modulus 4 will work and gives 4 12, then gives 3, and then plus 2 gives 5. So some common beginner mistakes: ignoring parentheses, left to right without precedence, confusing percentage with division. Some real world applications: banking calculation, physics formula, game score calculation, shopping discount. When an expression looks difficult, don't solve it all at once. Break it into smaller operations, exactly like the CPU does. Become the CPU and guess the output of each of the expression here. This is the first one. Giving you 15 seconds for it. Go on with it. Nice, so you have done it. So this 10 plus 5 into 2. Firstly multiplication happens. 5 into 2 is 10 plus 10. Output will be 20. 1 second, yes. So next question. Again giving you 15 seconds. So yes, 10 plus 5 works first, so 15, and then into 2 is 30. So the output will be, 1 second, the output here will be 30. Next, Cout double less than and then 20 modulus 6. Simply it will be remainder, then 18 is directly divisible and remainder is 2. The next 30 divided by 5 plus 8. The preference is here given to 30 divided by 5 gives 6, then plus 8 becomes 14. The next one, Cout double less than and then 12 minus 3 into 2. Highest precedence is highest preference gives to 3 into 2, which is 6. So 12 minus 6 is 6 only. Here bracket gets the highest priority. 18 by 6 is 3. So thinking roadmap is read expression, find parentheses, check the highest priority, solve one step, repeat, predict output, run program and compare. While bonus challenge for is that write your own expression using at least 3 operators and predict its output before executing it. So let's build complete mini programming challenges using everything you have learned so far, and these challenges will come ahead in this lesson. Here they are. These are all the programming challenges that there are for you. So calculator, area of circle, temperature converter, BMI calculator, percentage, age, shopping and currency. So these mostly of these are uses conditional statement plus these operators. You all know that. Try to do that as much as you can do most of them questions. Try yourself once, and the next episode you will get solution for all of these questions plus additional some more also. Here the concept is the concept, understand, predict, code, test and improve. Learning programming doesn't happen by reading slides. It happens by building programs. So you have to build these programs to make your understanding higher. Some real project connection like banking. So now operator precedence. As you know, understanding why the computer solves operators in a particular order is very important. So int result is equal to 10 plus 6 into 2. What answer do you expect? If you go from left to right, 10 plus 6 into 2. But if you do 10 plus 6, which is 16 into 2, you can make it 32. But that will be incorrect. So what's correct? It's the precedence which is followed by using the highest priority given to the one that requires it. So multiplication has highest priority, so first it works. So 6 into 2 is 12. 10 plus 12 is 22. And that's what is the correct answer. So priority table is given before, that is much more enhanced and much more understandable. So you can get all of the PPT in the pinned comment section, so do try to check it out. Some real life analogy like making tea. For that you boil water, add tea, add milk and serve. So skipping the order gives the wrong result. Likewise, operator precedence ensures calculation happens correctly. This is its calculation also, the way I explained. Now let's see how parentheses can change everything. Parentheses have the highest priority in any expression. This is example 1. Let's say r plus 3 into 4. Multiplication is first, 3 into 4, 12 plus 2, 14 gives the output. Second one, parentheses override. You say 2 plus 3 into 4. The same one, the expression which was above and below. But here parenthesis is used. So firstly, it will get highest priority. Firstly 2 plus 3 will be done. Then it will be 5 and then into 4 and gives 20 as output. So that is how precedence matters, and parentheses can change everything. See the calculation here and here. It's the same. So many beginners assume calculation always happen left to right. That is incorrect. Always check for parentheses and other precedence while going left to right. So parentheses allow the programmer to control the order of evaluation. Now some real programming expressions that you can understand. How operators and expressions are used in real software. Percentage is equal to marks into 100 by total. They here parentheses are very important, otherwise the calculation will be incorrect. Same goes for BMI, final price, simple interest, for Fahrenheit, average. We will do many of these questions in the next episode. Do try to check it out. Carrier connection, banking software, hospital systems, e-commerce, mobile apps, AI models, games. Golden insight for you is expressions are everywhere. Every application performs thousands of calculations every second. So let's test your understanding before ending today's lesson. So it's a quick knowledge check. You have to pause the video, try solving these questions, and do tell their answers in the pinned comment. I will definitely check you and tell that it's correct or not. Just say 1 answer, 2 answer, 3 answer, 4, 5, 6 answer. And I will tell you in the comment. Also you tell the answer in comment. So here you can see thinking roadmap. Read it, find parenthesis, highest priority is given, to whom you can check, and then solve one step. Repeat, predict output, and then run program. Great programs don't memorize output, they mentally execute programs before running them. The more expression you predict before compiling, the faster you will become at debugging and problem solving. So next, common mistakes beginner makes. Using is equal to instead of double equal to. If a is equal to 5 is just assigning it. If you want to check a is equal to 5, you have to use double equal to there. Equal to assigns, double equal to compares. Very much error done. Integer division surprise. See out 5 divided by 2. Expected 2.5. But the output is 2. Why? Because it's int. Confusing plus plus a and a plus plus. So you have to check it what you want as output. Ignoring precedence. Here gives 14 and not 20, but here gives 20 not 14. So you have to check the precedence also. Forgetting parenthesis. Like average is a plus b plus 3 by 3. But if you see this expression, here only c will divide by 3. That's why parentheses, do not forget them. Modulo with decimals. Thus it's 5.5 modulus 2 doesn't work. It gives error. So you have to do 5 modulus 2 to get the remainder 1. Some golden tips: read expression carefully, never guess outputs, and use parentheses when expression become complex. All of this is explained here also. You can get this PPT in pinned comment. Debug like a pro. Break complex expressions, print intermediate values, and use parentheses explicitly. Next, these are some meaning programming problems that I give you as a challenge. You have to try and make them yourself. To find the area of rectangle, area of circle, simple interest, percentage calculator, average of 3, and temperature converter. A quick revision for all of it. You have learned arithmetic, relational, logic, assignment operators. You have understand bitwise, increment, decrement, conditional, size of, comma, expressions, precedence, and parentheses. Key takeaways for use are: operator performs operations on data, expressions produce value when evaluated, parentheses have the highest priority, understand precedence to avoid bugs, use operators carefully in expressions. Operator types of all of them are given here, you can check it. Memory trick: PEMDAS. P for parentheses, E for exponents, M, D for multiply or divide or modulus, A or S for add or subtract. Equal to is assignment which gets the lowest, equal to minus. So this is an operator cheat sheet having all the details you have been taught here. Some real world applications of operators are here. These are same as before and you have to try it if you can. How operators work behind the scenes. Shopping cart operates. Operator calculate total and applies coupons and tax. And similar things works for other. Some industry facts are 1 billion plus operators per second are used in modern CPUs, and 90% of all code uses arithmetic operators. Every app from calculator to AI uses expression, and 10,000 plus calculation per second in games are done. So career path that use operators daily are web developer, data scientist, game developer, mobile developer, AI engineer and DevOps, which all if you want to know you can know. This is an extra information. You have to master them now to build your future. This is complete episode mind map. The main trick, PEMDA and learning outcomes. Motivational quote for all of you is, programming is not about memorizing syntax. Programming is about understanding logic. And what's coming next? Conditional statement and their practices that are left we will do a real programming exercises. And that's all for today's episode. One thing I also want to tell you that these are all your challenges that you have to do. Next episode is C++ practice lab 1, which include very nicely questions from basic to very advanced level of all the conditional statements. So congratulations, today you have learned how to take input from users using scene, display output with cout, use escape sequences, understand different types of operators and evaluate expressions in C++. These are some of the most fundamental building blocks of programming. So before you leave, I have a small challenge for you. Write a C++ program that takes two numbers input from the user and displays their sum, difference, product, quotient and remainder. And you have to try it. That's all for the video. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe. It motivates us a lot. I am very much hardworking for it. Please like it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Chico.